That guys, Criminal here, back to another K1 video. And this one is gonna be discussing like the insane rain downplay I've been seeing. I've been seeing people, even the Steam like fighting game creators like was like Ruffelmonger putting him very low on their tier list, like trash tier pretty much, like on the same tier as they put Sub-Zero. I can't agree with that. Like actually, Ruffelmonger was kind enough to just reply. I left a comment on his video just saying I disagree with him and why I disagree. And he left a comment just disagreeing with me back on my disagreement, basically, just saying some nitpicks about the character. So I'm not gonna go over everything about him. I already went over why I think he's pretty good in my breakdown of him, and you can see it if you want to, and in my rankings of him. But I'm gonna discuss everything Ruffelmonger talks about in his comments. So let me just read it to you. I'm glad you disagree with actually using your words to back it up, but I can't agree with what you're saying. Like great neutral, what neutral? Anything that's not up close is glacially slow, and his overall range is very weak. Most of his setups are fake and lose to delay wake up. He has a critical weakness in Geyser, is not a true block string, and can be armored through by anyone with range and cameo invisibility. etc. That's it, thank you for the actually total comment, blah 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 blah. Regardless, let me just discuss these things. I mean, like neutral. Talking about his neutral. I mean, I don't think he's bad in neutral. He has an anti-projectile barrier, that if you want to EX, just EX it and you're immune to all projectiles. And you can just get in by block dashing instantly. Like, just do this. You can't just set up Cyrax. Like, set up Cyrax as net, you defend them. No, if they try to throw everything at you, you just die. And if they try to teleport, just wait and don't do anything. They can barely see you when you're inside the water bubble, so if they try and teleport and get me, just wait for the teleport and punch them in the face. So yeah, when we're talking about neutral, like from the mid-range and shit like that, talking about his range, yeah, I will agree, his range isn't fantastic, for sure. Like most of his normals don't get very far, his range is on the weaker side, that's for sure, but is it trash beyond belief? No. I mean, from this range he already has normals that hit you, that's not that bad. Some characters don't even have that, I mean, certain characters in the game just don't have even that, so from this range he can already hit you, which is not that bad at all. And getting him with this character is not very difficult either, because just any projectile you go with him has so much hit stun. So much hit stun. Like you get this shit, you can already be in their face, you get this shit, you get a full combo from full screen. So zoning against this guy is already terrifying to do, because he has the water bubble, which you just can set up at any time. It's 17 frames of startup, insanely fast. I can react to a spear with the water bubble pretty much. On reaction. As you can see, I can just negate it. And you can barely see what I'm doing when I'm inside that thing. So yeah, the neutral part, I can't understand what's wrong with it. I mean, his neutral is not trash. It's nothing spectacular, yeah, but it's not trash. It's not terrible. I mean, yeah, so overall range is very weak. Oh, well, anything that's not up close is glacially slow. Like, meaning the projectiles and shit like that. But a few things he's forgetting about that. First of all, this one, he actually hovers in the air, so he will actually go over many projectiles in this game. Not to mention this thing, he goes up very quickly and it recovers almost instantly, so just stun this. Not to mention a lot of hits, and so if you hit this, set up Whirlpool, go into it again, set up Whirlpool, go into it again. So you can see, while his moves are pretty slow, they have so much hit stun, you can set them up so you get them pretty much instantly. Not to mention, he has the water bubble, so that just makes up for the speed of the moves not being up there. Can they be faster? Yeah, they can be faster. Of course, the moves should be a bit faster. Like the Whirlpool, they could have made it a bit faster. His projectile, the charge takes so much time. But regardless, you can't deny how his tools that he has synergize well with the slow speed of his moves. Like, you have the Whirlpool, that is very slow on setup, but you land this, so much hit stun, do a Whirlpool again. So yeah, I have to disagree with the slow part, because while the moves are slow, he has the ability to counter them. Like, he has the ability to just counteract that with extremely plus on hit moves. So yeah, the move is slow, but you can't move until the last 10 frames of the move, so it's not that slow. You see what I'm going with this? Next up we have, again, on the slow part, like, his portals really changed shit up. I don't think people understand just how powerful these portals are. Like, you can set this up and look how much time it lasts. Like, let me count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, pretty much 10 seconds. So I can go with this, try and play my neutral game, try and play the shit. I try and get in. I can't. I just escape. Escape to the portal. Escape to the back. I can't get in. The opponent is just mashing or something like that. I escape to the portal. I'm out of here. And the same thing can go. Just you set up a portal at the end of your combo and then you run away. Like you can just do reaction shit. Like if I just do whatever combo I want with Rain, I set the portal and now I run away. Let's say they just wanna do shit on me. I just do this and now I'm in their face. So he has tools to play around the poor range and the slow moves, because the portal itself is very fast on startup. Actually 30 frames on startup with 25 frames of recovery. So it's nothing too bad, man. It's pretty fast. You actually can set it up on block even. Most of the characters won't even be able to punish you. Like, you do something like this, that has 25 cancel advantage. So you can just do this, into this, and then you can still go. Like, still go into shit. Like, look at this. It's not taking me long to do it. Like, not to mention his dashing speed is the same as everybody else. It's not different or something. So you can see I can pretty much recover instantly after that. It doesn't take it too much time to recover at all. And look at how much time is in instant. I'm actually plus here. It takes them a while to recover the stand, so I'm actually plus there. Let's see. Most of his setups are fake and lose to delay wake up. That is true, depending on the setup you're doing. But there is one thing people are forgetting about this. It's just like with the 50-50 mix-up you have to guess. I can guess if you're going to delay wake up, man. It's possible to guess if you're going to delay wake up. So if I just put them on delay wake up, like get up delay on, and let me just go to the corner and do whatever setup I want with Rain. Just he's delaying it. I delay my overhead as well. And I can delay the whirlpool call as well, because people will normally just hold the delay button before even falling to the ground. Like it's just an instantaneous reaction for people. So if he's delaying his wake up, and I know he's delaying that, so I can just... It drops regardless. I know he's delaying, I'll delay my whirlpool, and then I can get the overhead again. So it's a guessing game, but it's actually more powerful than a regular 50-50. Because delaying a wake up, you can't actually change the timing of the delay. When you delay a wake up, you can wake up in a delayed wake up time or normal time. You can just choose in the middle of the delayed wake up to just stop it. So you can change it according to your desire. So if I actually learn the timing when the opponent delays his wake up, and I guess he's gonna delay wake up and he actually delays wake up, I just get a guaranteed reset, because this thing when they are not delay wake up is completely guaranteed. It's 2 hits, the whirlpool. It is 2 hits, it's an overhead loaded, it's in the exact same time. What that means, as you can see, completely guaranteed. Overhead and lows, they did the exact same time. And the damage it leads to is insane. Abysmal amounts of damage. That is a ridiculous damage. So, yeah, you can see this setup. You can just change up the timing according to the delay. Granted, it takes labbing, of course. This character in general takes a lot of labbing compared to other characters. If I had to actually say who's the hardest character in this game to actually master, to utilize stuff in online play, I would say Rain might be up there, man. He's probably the top 3 with Giras and Kenshi. He takes some time to learn, so yeah. So just the whirlpool setups, it's pretty much just a guessing game. I mean, and if you don't guess correctly, what do you lose? Like they are still forced to block you. Like if I have them delay wake up and I do the regular timing, the whirlpool is still on screen. So worst case scenario, they're forced to block me. That's the worst case scenario, because I still hit both hits, but the timing just changes. So you can see I can still hit him. It is still my turn. Now, granted, I can get hit by an armor wake up for sure, but compare the armored wake up damage I will receive to the amount of damage I get if I guess correctly. If I guess correctly and I just delay my whirlpool according to his delayed wake up, I just win. I mean, I do another 50% combo on top of the damage I already did earlier. So, yeah, the setup for the whirlpool is just a guessing game. It can't be beaten by delayed wake up. It can be beaten in a certain scenario, but if your opponent knows what they're doing and then switch up the timing, you can just switch up the timing for your whirlpool, and then you just do it. Now, next up, we're talking about portal setups. I already mentioned how this thing is actually pretty fast. Like, if I have him blocking, I can just do this. And you can see I can cancel pretty quickly. Like, most moves actually lose there. So, And the better thing about this is just he has this overhead, right? So basically I can do this, call Cyrax, set up a portal, call Cyrax again, and then I can go into portals. So if I set up my portal, now that I've called Cyrax, I can just go into the portal freely, like he can't interrupt me, so I can do shit like this. Now you have to guess. Overhead, it's an overhead jumping attack, you have to guess if I do it, or I go for the low. That is completely unreactable, by the way. 16 frames is not reactable. It's the same as Kenshi's overhead in the center stance. Same thing. So unreactable, completely. And what else? Yeah, I can also go from the portal. There are so many options I can go into. You have to guess so many times. I can go into the jumping attack and actually then go into the... whatchamacallit? Then go into the low. I can go into a jumping attack. Into an overhead. I can go into a jumping attack. Into a grab. I can go into a jumping attack. Into this, into cancel, into grab, because you actually can't do that with this character. And I can actually combo off of grabs with Cyrax as well, so as you can see, setups are pretty reliable. You just have to lab them for a while. Yeah, but they are reliable. When you master them, they work. I will actually make a video on him just to prove my point. I mean, I'll just take him online after labbing him much more, after I'm done with the center stance combo video, because that just takes me so much time, man. So yeah, sorry for keeping you waiting for that. What next? Range pretty weak, setups are fake and lose to delay wake up. Now, are they fake? Not really, because first of all, this movie has... this is a very underrated string in my opinion because it's 2 hits. It's just like Baraka's back 3, only the difference this is a high and Baraka's is a low. So of course Baraka is much better. Obviously Baraka is a better character, Baraka is bastard, so... but regardless, you can set this thing up at the end of combos and then go into the string, and he has this overhead. This overhead here. What that means is you can jail into Cyrax from this overhead, and then you can go to portal. So basically if you put him on auto block, so he blocks after getting hit, like... just I do whatever combo I like. I set up a portal, this negates armor, this move right here, the standing 2, I negate the armor so I can just do this, jail into that overhead, and then go into the portal, and then the mix-up begins. So it's completely guaranteed. I mean, you can't do anything about it. You can delay a wake-up maybe. If I miss time, well fuck, shit, it happens. I mean, with every character in the game, if you miss time when the opponent delays wake-up, you can get punished. It's not something universal to Rain. So I set this up at the end of combos, I do this, now I go into the portal. Now granted it is high in the air, so I need to actually finish the combo differently, so I can do stuff like this instead. Like, let's do this instead. Now you have to guess. And that was completely guaranteed. The armor would lose because I did a two attack string. It completely breaks armor. Let me just have Scorpion wake up with a armor move. So, Gather mode on. Devouring Flame, what's the call? I think it's this one. Let me just check it. I'm on get up, yes. Oh, I have get up delay. Do you do it now? There we go, that's the armor. Look what happens if I do the standing too. No, just get it out of here. It's 2 hits, it beats armor, so... the statement is setups are fake, is just wrong. I mean, they're not fake, they're situational. Every setup is situational. There is no setup in this game that you can do, and the timing will stay the exact same when the opponent delays wake up and they don't delay wake up. Except for setups that restand, shit like guaranteed resets, stuff like that. That doesn't matter, because these are just broken ass resets. It's not the same thing as just setting up stuff. So, as you can see, just the setup's not being reliable is complete false. Like, it's just not true. Because the whirlpool, you guess, like the timing for delayed wake ups doesn't change. If you take the time and learn it, you delay your whirlpool according to the delayed wake up, but the setup is still guaranteed. So basically it's a 50% chance you actually land it. So 50% chance to land another 50% combo at the end of my combo. I'll take that. I'll take the odds. These are the best odds I heard in a long time. So yeah, it's very good. He has a critical weakness in Geyser, is not a true block string, and can be armor through. So basically you use Geyser on block and they can armor through it, like shit like this. And you can just armor through it. Like, let me just check it for myself to see if it's actually correct and not false. I can't take Monger's words on this if I'm trying to debunk him, of course. So let me just do this, whatever, like it does this. You can see I can armor through it. I can. Now, why does that not matter as much? There's a main reason for that. First of all, if you actually set up a cameo, like someone like, let's say, Cyrax, you can just interrupt, you can just break their armor pretty much. Like, if you use a cameo. And you won't use Geyser without a cameo, so if I put Rain here, like this, I'll have him do this, and call Cyrax. Pretty much unblocked, so... I did a string that is a low, I don't want to deal with that shit, so let me just... After the first hit, I call Cyrax. Oh shit, it actually does work. So yeah, that's a weakness for sure. Yeah, I mean, it's a weakness. You have to tweak the timing accordingly beforehand. Like, if I want to actually beat them, I need to do the Geyser and the Cyrax at the same time. Which is actually, you can do it. I mean, Cyrax is so plus unblock, you'll still be plus that way, so you can just do this. Now Cyrax will break my arm when I get full combo. You can see, you can just tweak the timing around, and then it is a true blocks thing. And because you're not going to use this thing, you're not going to use it without a cameo, because it's pretty much death on block, this is not an issue, because you can just tweak the timing around, and then they can't armor wake up out of it, so I can't see the problem here. Now, moving on. Let's see what else Rufamonger said. Critical weaknesses, Geyser can be armored through by anyone with range and cameo invisibility. Cameo invincibility is only true for wake-up attacks. There is no cameo in this game that is actually invincible on someone. There is no such thing. Nobody. Sarina's invincible wake-up cameo is just invincible on wake-up, as it sounds. But from my experience and my knowledge, I'm pretty sure there is no cameo in the game that you block, use the cameo, and then it's completely invincible. Armored, yes. Invincible, no. No cameo is invincible. The only move in this game that is actually invincible when you just do it as a reversal is Johnny's EX Nut Punch, I'm pretty sure. So yeah, that's not true, and etc. So that's pretty much it for what Wolfmonger said, but let me just continue on for my things. Just the way you evaluate a character, pretty much. Strengths against weaknesses, of course. So let's start with weaknesses, because it doesn't have that many, man. I don't understand why people are just going on without this shit. But just going on with weaknesses, slow. Yes, he is slow, for sure. But he has a counter to that. He has a counter to that by himself, because why? Because the attacks he does have from long range have so much hit stun, you just negate that slow. How slow they are. So this move, let me just put it on full screen. Let me just check the frame data real quick. This move, 34 frames, slow for a projectile, for sure. It's slow. I mean, it is slow. You can deny it's slow. But, and there's a big but. These moves, look at the hit advantage. They are so plus on hit. I can actually just do a whirlpool. I do a whirlpool. I can just do this. I mean, every time you hit something with the skeleton, you are so plus. This one is plus 20. I can just do this again. I can do this, go into water bubble, and then I can do something else. I can do this, go into this, and this. Look at how plus it is on hit. Plus 77. The whirlpool is plus 54 frames of startup, so I just guarantee the whirlpool after this. They have to block it, or do whatever armored move they have, or something like that, but I can guarantee it. And because whirlpool doesn't actually have to hit them, it can just whiff and then stay on the ground and then hit them, you can just guarantee shit with that. So, if I do this, damn it, aiming. I can just go into Cyrax net and shit like that, and then full combos. So I can just guarantee stuff using this. I can actually just approach them as well, like, I do this. Sorry about that. Let me just put him on block, auto block. He's blocking that. It's plus 25 on block. Extremely plus. So I can go to mid range and then summon whatever camera if I'm using Striker, if I'm using Cyrax, shit like that. So while he is slow, yeah, I won't deny it. It is a weakness. His moves are slow from long range. It is for sure a weakness. And he makes up for that though, because the moves he does have are so plus on hit and very plus on block as well, so he can counter out the amount of frames it takes him to start a move. Now, range. We're talking about range for normals and shit like that. Like, yeah, I would agree, it's nothing too special, right? From this range, mid-range, the sweeping range you could call it, the only thing that actually reaches is sweep. It's actually a pretty decent sweep, but keep in mind, that is not something that is only true for Rain. There are many characters in this roster that actually don't have normals that get this far. This is not a small amount of range. Even Scorpion standing 2 will not reach from here. So it's not a small amount of range, but Of course, his strings just don't reach far enough. I agree with that. That is for sure a weakness. It is a weakness. But it's not a big weakness as compared to other characters. Some characters have much bigger weaknesses, but now, these are two nitpicks, of course, you can say, and they are correct. I agree with them. I agree with Wolframonger for pointing them out. I didn't notice them at first. I actually did a take for this, and I had to fix it according to the comment because it showed me, it showed some things I didn't know. So yeah, I gotta give him props. He knows what he's talking about for sure. So next up, we're talking about we already discussed slow moves and lack of range or normals for sure. Now, let's talk about the fundamentals of the game. Neutral. Is he bad or neutral? No. He has multiple options. He's not a trash zoner. He's pretty good against anti-zone because you can just set up this and then approach. Even with the shitty range, you can approach. Like, of course, it is more of a struggle, for sure. It is a struggle for sure to get in with this character more than others because his range is just not up to par. At least for his normal moves that start combos. If you want to just do a sweep and then get in, you can do that. And that's a valid strategy for sure. But his range isn't that good. I would agree, but his neutral is not bad at all because he has this that completely negates all projectiles, which is fantastic. He has a projectile like this. He has this that actually low profiles many projectiles. I'm not sure if it low profiles the spear though. Let me just check. No, it doesn't. It can low profile other projectiles though. It's situational for sure, but it's not that well. And it has this, so I don't give a shit about the projectiles. I can just set up whatever I want. I do this and then fuck you. I do whatever I want. Like. So, neutral, does he struggle? No, he's decent. I mean, his neutral is pretty much the same as everybody else because he has some exceptional tools to make up for his lack of range. So, his range is trash, yeah, his range isn't very good, I will agree on that. His normal range is not fantastic, for sure. There are characters with combo starters that go much farther than him, for sure. But, if you're talking frame data, it's actually very good. Like, unreactable low starter. This one is only 28 frames, and that's a big thing because it can cancel into this. So, and that leads to combos. I don't know how to do it, but I've seen somebody do it. If you want to check a great Rain to just see the power of this character, you can check up Reindeer. He's a very good Rain player. It's just pronounced like Rain's name and then Deer with Y. R-A-I-N-D-Y-R. Yeah. Just a very good Rain player. I was shocked at seeing how just the shit he comes up with. So regardless of that, we're talking about weaknesses. Range, slow. I can accept that. Now, let's talk about strengths. Frame data, pretty good. Pretty damn good. Everything he has is pretty much safe. Either safe or... This is also cancelable to shit. Like, you can do this, cancel into the portals, then you're safe. Like, what's the cancel advantage of this move? 9, not very good. Yeah, that is not a very good option. You can cancel it with something else. Let's see, just Cyrax. I suppose. Keep yourself safe. It's actually not that bad, considering it's a starter for combos. Some characters have much worse stuff. His overhead, while slow, it has that mix tied into it, which is insane. It's actually also a combo starter, and both overhead are safe on block. This one, he has this button, this kick, +4, just for existing, so do this. This is guaranteed, I mean. Just, you can see this character doesn't struggle frame data. Combos I already show that this character can get a lot of damage. I have videos of him if you want to see. He has some insane setups. They can be counterplayed, for sure. Everything in this game almost can be counterplayed, but... You can counterplay them with delayed wake-upping, but... How is that valuable? I mean, it's not just... It doesn't devalue the entire setup because you just have to guess. It's a 50-50 guess, pretty much. It's just like a 50-50 mix-up, but with much more reward, even. So you just have to guess. If you guessed, I will not go for the delayed version, and I did go for it, and you delayed the wake up, I still get you with the reset, with the setup. So yeah, you're just getting hit. Even if you didn't delay, it's the exact same consequence. So yeah, it's a guessing game, but it's a very powerful one, so it can't be underestimated. Combo damage again, it's pretty good. Well, I would say above average for sure. The average combo damage in this game, I would say, sits around the 30-32 meterless, I suppose. Rain can do shit like that, around like that. Actually, no, it sits much lower, probably. For meterless combos, it sits at lower range. So, Rain's damage is pretty good, especially when you're using bars and especially in the corner. His mixed-up game can be insane, as I've showed you with the portal. The portal pretty much guarantees like a 20-20-20-20-20 mix-up, man. It's crazy. Jumping attacks are not reactable. You have to be blocking high to deal with them. 16 frame attacks are not reactable. This, I can go into this overhead afterwards and guarantees it because I got a jump in it. Jumping now, how plus it is? How plus it is? Plus 10. So, and how much cancel advantage? Cancel advantage is 16. So yeah, it's completely guaranteed. So the overhead is guaranteed, you can't mash me out of it. The low is guaranteed, you can't mash me out of it. The overhead also has its own unique mix-up attached to it with the throw shit. And with Cyrax it becomes even stronger because Cyrax can actually get full combos off of throws. So yeah, I mean, his mix-up game is fantastic. I mean, not many characters in this game have a better mix-up game than Rain. No, not many. He has very reliable ways to throw, to do resets, do mix-ups with throws. He has reliable ways to... What else? He has reliable ways to get a low starter, an overhead starter. He has the portal setups which can go crazy. They can be completely guaranteed, as I showed you earlier. Like, what I did then with the standing 2, because it breaks armor, you can just use it on wake up. Like, the opponent wakes up, you use this, and then you can go into the portal by jailing into this overhead, into Cyrax, and then go into the portal. And then the mix begins. This is completely guaranteed because Cyrax's souls are insanely overpowered and are extremely plus on block. So, yeah, you can see this is just completely guaranteed and it's a very good mix-up. So mix-up game is there, combo damage is there, neutral, decent, nothing too bad, but nothing too crazy either. Range, subpar, not very good, I will agree with that. So yeah, overall ranking on Rain, where do I put him? I feel like the weaknesses he has are not as major as some other characters' weaknesses. Someone like Scorpion has a much bigger weakness than Rain. Scorpion has 0 mix-ups, no mix-ups at all, like 0. So he actually has a bigger weakness than Rain. Like, combine the 2 of Rain's weaknesses together, he is subpar in 2 things. Scorpion is complete and utter trash in mix-ups. He has the worst mix-up game in the entire game. He has no ways to open you up, at all. The best you can get is a throw, a grab. You won't get a hit on your opponent, nothing. So, what's the point of the good damage? I mean, it just all of his pluses are negated by this minus. While with Rain, he has minuses, you have to play around them, but he's not, the pluses he has are still there. The advantages he gets for just the character design are still there. His setups are there, his combo damage is there, his mix-ups are there. They are tougher to get to, but they are there. So, as you can see, he's not a bad character. I can't understand the downplay this badly. Like, he has his weaknesses for sure. He's not a perfect character. He's not Ashra, he's not Raiden, he's not Johnny Cage, he's not Baraka, and he's not Kenji. For sure. He's also not on the level of someone like, let's say, I don't know, Melina. Melina I think is better than him. Giras I do think is better than him. Actually, Melina might not be better than him. My opinion never changed recently, but Giras is probably better than him. Who else is better than him? Kung Lao, you could argue, I suppose. Liu Kang, I would put him around the same level as I put Liu Kang. Like, sitting around the top 10. Over there, like, sitting there, like 10 to 12, that's where I ranked him. Because his strengths are extremely good. He's very good at what he's doing, but he's just not very good at the things he's not good at, so... He has his ups and downs, just like every character, but he's not weak. So yeah, I just can't understand the downplay to the extent of it, really. Just, the downplay is obscenely high right now. I do think the moment actually good Rain players will show up, it will show people the potential of this character. After I finish my Cento combo bullshit, because this shit is taking me so long, but I promise it will be the best combo video you've ever seen in your entire life. I guarantee it. If I'm wrong, kill me. I guarantee it. You'll never see combos this cool. I guarantee you'll never see any shit at this level. And yeah, so just Rain. I can understand downplaying the character because of his weaknesses, because they are major. But they aren't as major as a weakness of character like Scorpion, who has 0 mix-ups whatsoever. His good damage output is useless because of this. Just crouch block against Scorpion and you're completely... You just can't do anything. Crouch block against him. Always. You can't do anything. And the thing people say, like, you can just... let me just control Scorpion here. Like, I did a downplay on him already, like, and they are saying he's overwanked, but regardless. People are saying you can just do a bottom into this. Like, let's check what mid he has. This one. Just do this into this. This is a mid, not an overhead. People say you can just do this into Cyrax and then get some insane chip damage setups. Now, why is it not as good as Baraka's? Very simple. Baraka, as the final hit of the Baraka down 4-2 is an overhead. This is all mids. So, basically, Scorpion is doing this, and I can just block low the entire time, and then Cyrax will whiff, and then I can punish him for full combos, because this thing is death on block. You can't allow yourself to somebody blocking this and just do nothing afterwards. Like, you do this, I'm just blocking low already, because I know this character has no overhead, so... And now if you summon Cyrax is a high, so I don't care. Like... And if I blocked it, just let's wait for him to do it. I blocked it. Oh. Sorry. I block this thing. It's death. I mean, it's death on block. So, yeah, where do I put Rain? I put him above Scorpion easily. I see people, including Groffelmonger and Was, putting Scorpion in like A tier, A plus tier. If he is A tier and A plus tier, Rain is as well, because Rain is better than him. I am 100% certain Rain is better. Just the tools Rain has are not bad tools. Not bad tools. So yeah, this is going on for far too long. I hope you understand my point of view on this, man. I've seen this character a lot. I've seen some high level stuff with him, mainly from Reindeer, and I've seen some of the stuff this character can do. And dude, I can tell you, he's not low tier. He's just not. Compare him to someone like Sub-Zero, compare him to General Shao, compare him to Baraka. He is good. Baraka, what the fuck am I saying? Baraka. I meant the Kitana, I'm saying Baraka. Baraka is everything but low tier. So comparing to General Shao, to Sub-Zero, to Kitana, characters like this, who in my opinion are low tier, he's better. I mean, there is no other way about it, he's just better. So yeah, his range is lacking, for sure. His neutral isn't the greatest, but it's not bad at all, and he's pretty slow, but he has very, very good tools. So yeah guys, I'm gonna have this one up here. I do think this character is very, very good. Is he top 10? I'm not sure. I think he might break it actually in the hands of very good players. In the hands of a good Rain player, I can expect this character looking like the best character in the entire game. Honestly, because this character can set up the nastiest shit of all time, and it can be completely guaranteed if you know what you're doing. So yeah, I'm gonna wrap this one up here. I hope you guys enjoyed this, found this informative. If you disagree with me on any of my points about Rain, I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comment section. I'll see you in the next one.